Mr. Singh, as Deputy General Manager, Human Resources, Tata Steel, you must have interacted quite a bit with the students of this institute who went to your organization for summer training. How do you rate their performance? How good were they?
Well, we had nearly a dozen of them for summer training in Jamshedpur recently.
I see.
I remember Shobha in particular.
Yes.
All the feedback that I have received is very positive about the entire batch.
Really?
So I must compliment NIMC for preparing its first batch so well.
Well, it's nice of you to say that. Excuse me.
Yes,
I'm looking for a Miss Shobha Jo.
Sir, I'm Shobha Jo.
Oh, you're Shobha?
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's nice. May I call you Shobha?
Yes, sir.
Shobha, I've just been talking to Mr. Jitu Singh outside, you know, the Deputy General Manager, Human Resources, Tata Steel. He tells me that you were one of the students who attended summer training in his organization.
Yes, sir.
Right?
That's right.
What was it like?
Oh, sir, it was great working with Tata Steel. Sir, I feel for every management student, it's very important to integrate theory with practical experience. And this training that I received at Tata Steel, coupled with all the theories that we are being taught here at NIMC, I think is really making me ready to take on the corporate world. And sir, I think I owe all this to NIMC, a great deal of it.
Good for you. The National Institute of Management, Calcutta, has been established in Calcutta to impart management training to young men and women in various disciplines. To the Indian Army goes a credit for setting up this unique institution. Training in the Army is aimed at the fullest development of the intellectual, moral and physical qualities so essential to leadership in all spheres. General, may I say that it's a great pleasure and privilege meeting you and talking to you. I know I'm intruding upon your valuable time, but may I ask you a very simple question?
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you, sir. How is the Army involved in the setting up of this National Institute of Management, Calcutta?
You see, this NIMC is our baby. It fulfills a long outstanding aspiration of the Army to have an educational institution as a part of social development for the country. Army is not only about fighting and killing, as is the general impression. We are involved in a much wider field as part of national development, and education is one such field. This institution, while passing out students from it, will have the backing of discipline, sense of patriotism, and loyalty. And the students who pass out will go out with these traits in the field. It will also help our children, that is Army children, in entering the corporate world.
Is this institute open only to Army children, or can other civilians also apply for a seat here?
Oh no, it's open for all.
It's open for all.
Those who compete in the written test and come in the list after interview and group discussion are eligible. However, for a certain number of seats, we give preference to Army children.
It is altogether fitting that the Army should be the promoter of this excellent business school. The Army is a good book to study human life. Here, one learns to put his hand to everything. The Army is a school where obedience is taught, discipline is enforced, where bravery becomes a habit, and chivalry is exalted, where virtue is understood in the classic sense of fortitude and courage. Few institutions have traditions as enduring and everlasting as those in the army. To a significant degree, people express their traditions through their local organizations. The army does it through its institutions under the aegis of the Army Welfare Education Society. The National Institute of Management, Calcutta, is one such. These gentlemen of the army, featured on the photograph above my head, may well be called the founding fathers of the National Institute of Management, Calcutta. Their aim? To provide a suitable and proper environment in which quality education and management can be imparted to students.
Sir, I'd like to ask a question. What are the implications of US sanctions on Indian economy?
Well, I'm of the view that the US sanctions have not had too much of an impact on India. The sanctions apply mostly to government expenditure, government aid. Now, India does not take much from the US government. Most of the investment that we're looking for is directly from the companies themselves.
Our topic for discussion is social responsibility of management. I underline in this context social and responsibility, both. What is social is to be determined by the organizational setup on the one hand and the nature of management on the other. As I have said earlier, the dominant form of organization is the corporate organization, that is the joint stock company.
NIMC provides good opportunities for students to opt for an innovative package of courses in functional areas like finance, marketing, human resources, systems and other fields. A row of neat office rooms indicate the presence of a good administrative setup. A vigilant and watchful registrar and his staff, the institute has a computer center with a high-speed Pentium The institute has a luxury bus with a legend Army displayed at the front. Yes, you guessed it, a gift from the Army to the students of NIMC. Students use the bus to travel to various places, such as industry houses, picnics, recreation centers, and so on, even to far-off places like Digha. Where is this fascinating institute located? Right in the heart of the city and only 6 kilometers from Howrah railway station. The MBA program has a present intake of 60 students a year, of which up to 20% seats are offered to general category students. Leading industrial houses all over the country, like this one, have agreed to entertain students of NIMC for summer training and carry out campus selection for job placement. In a nutshell, the mission of NIMC is to ensure excellence in education and training in management, so that when their students fill useful slots in the corporate sector, they will enhance the quality of management performance. The main thrust of management education at this institute is to inculcate in students the spirit of leadership based on the values of national heritage and tradition, and prepare them to face the challenges of management of change effectively. The world outside is a tough one. To survive and be on top, one has to compete effectively. From the moment NIMC came into existence on 10th February 1997 and began functioning from 28th July 1997, it has manifestly given satisfaction to its students and users of its products, and that is what business management is all about.